Well, now look, while the bushfires threaten apocalyptic conditions and unimaginable disaster, I had a message today from a farmer who wrote, quote, "While I know it is a scary fire day for a lot of people, I just want to say that the fear and uncertainty that fire victims are feeling right now is what we're suffering every day in rural Australia. We're facing our end, and we have a government which doesn't seem to want to help." There's an age-old axiom in politics: when you're sick of saying it, the other crowd are only starting to hear it. One can only hope that Canberra can eventually hear the real message about drought. Let me say it again. Farmers can't afford the fodder and the water to keep their breeding stock alive. Whether they're beef farmers, dairy farmers, sheep farmers, goat farmers, pig farmers, if they're grain farmers, and it will rain one day, they can't afford the fuel or the seed to plant a crop. Canberra says freight it in. There are places with fodder and water. They can't afford the freight. So drought-stricken farmers need money now for fodder, water and freight. So what's the federal government say last week? They announced another package. Another means they still haven't got it right. What was the package? $1 billion in loans. The $1 billion is significant. Farmers are about to become a lynch mob because $1 billion, not to be repaid, I might add, was given to this Clean Energy Finance Corporation, which the Abbott government sensibly promised to abolish. Now the current coalition government, far from abolishing it, is tipping another $1 billion of your money to fund wind farms and solar farms predominantly owned by foreigners, which can't guarantee regular energy supplies. That madness will wait for another day. Anyway, $1 billion in the latest drought initiative. To be fair, they have at long last mentioned fodder, water and freight. So the farmer will be given an interest-free loan for 2 years. Just what he wants, I don't think.
Yeah.
No one in Canberra seems to know that a loan is paid back monthly. So at the end of 2 years, the government must think it's going to rain $100 bills. Because after 2 years interest-free, the farmer will pay 3.11%, 3 times the government's cash rate, almost double the inflation rate. So in 2 years, the farmer's meant to have money that he doesn't have now. Which bureaucratic dope is advising the government? More importantly, which dopes in government are taking the advice? I doubt there'll be one farmer taking up this latest offer, not one. They don't have the money for repayments. That's why I've argued for a farmer's HECS. Just like students can't pay the university fees when they're studying, they're underwritten by the government, which is us. It's our money. The total student debt so far is over $60 billion. Students will start paying it back when they earn $45,881. Why not a farmer's HECS? Get them the water and the fodder and the freight now, that's today, and like the students, pay later. And if not, why not? It's our money. It's not the government's money. We don't want farmers shooting breeding stock. This madness, though, never ends. Wait till you see the forms that have to be filled out to get the dough, not that anyone will take them up, and the questions that have to be answered. As one farmer has said to me, after reading the eligibility criteria, I simply have to ask, are they complete idiots or do they think we are? If you want the money, go to the section, who can apply? This is a sick joke. You can if you're, quote, in need of financial help. Well, that makes every farmer, doesn't it? You can if you, quote, mainly sell products into supply chains that are interstate or outside Australia. Hello? Do the dunces in Canberra know that most farmers sell their products locally and intra-state? Anyway, proceed. You qualify if you, quote, are financially viable in the long term. Oh, which bureaucrat decides that one? So the farmer thinks, well, I better find out more. So go to the Find Out More tab. An eligible farmer must, quote, already be in debt. That is, have an existing commercial debt. But the farmer then must, quote, provide security for the loan. I see. Another mortgage over everything he owns. As one farmer said to me, probably even the dog. Then cop this. The farmer must, quote, secure the support of the farmer's commercial lender for the proposed loan, unquote. This shows how dumb these people are. The farmer has exhausted his limit, you dopes, with the commercial lender who wants his money back. He's not likely to let the farmer take on another loan beyond what he has with the commercial lender. But, quote, at least 50% of the farmer's total debt must stay with the commercial lender.
Rubbish.
This could only be written by some bureaucrat nincompoop who knows nothing about farming or money. What commercial banker is going to agree to this? That is, share or diminish the banker's stranglehold on the farmer's assets. And that's before you get to the fine print. One farmer has said, no farmer will apply for these loans, let alone qualify for their ridiculous eligibility criteria. Perhaps the farmer's entitled to the final say, if it is in typical farm language, pardon me. When he wrote to me, he said, Alan, I'm sorry to say this, but it's just more piss and wind from an inept government. As a postscript, I might add this. This is not government money we are talking about. It is our money. As the farmer said, when Donald Trump was told his trade war with China was hurting the American farmers, he quickly rolled out a $16 billion package. No questions asked, money immediately available to the American farmer. No loans, no repayments, just money in their pockets. What have we got here? As the farmer has said, a completely useless package which will not assist one single farmer. No money in our pockets. The farmer ends his letter to me. Alan, it's late. I'm tired and bewildered. What else can I say? Good night. I'll listen in the morning.